Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. Excuse me. To another episode of RAERAEs Review, where I'm going to be talking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14, Episode 6. We are getting through with all of this. We are actually, no, Beverly Hills just started. And all the other shows are pretty much ending, like New York City. They're on episode 13. Who else? Salt Lake City's on episode 15. Looking at my notes, child. Who else? What's some people call Potomac? They're on episode 13, so they're ending pretty soon. But Married to Medicine and Beverly Hills, they're on the same weeks. So we're going to see them for the next 10, maybe 12 weeks. Anywho, Beverly Hills, child, they still going back and forth from Kyle and Dorit and Kyle. Now it's Sutton and Dorit. Woo, child, Boz got Dorit back. Sutton got, well, I don't think she got Kyle back, but it's just her and Dorit going through. Child, listen, this episode was good. I don't care what y'all say. Whoever saying it's not. So pretty much we start off, right? Garcelle and her son Jade looking at the pictures they took, giving him a little history lesson on, as Garcelle calls it, ethnic models. I heard ethnic referring to somebody, of color in a long. I guess that's more universal than saying what people are, because maybe you don't know what people are, just because they may look a certain way don't mean that they are. Just because their hair may be a little coarse don't mean that they are something, or maybe because they got green eyes. So yeah, ethnic, it's kind of outdated, but I get it. So I'm looking at Jade. I'm like, okay, he's a kid. So if he bulks his muscle up, he's already got the height and the stature. He's real solid. I think he plays ball. A lot of men who play basketball are real solid, jumping and carrying on, and the calisthenics that they do. Their bodies are very well-oiled machines versus football, where they're more, short and stout. They got to have, fat and muscle. It's that cushion. Like I was saying, if Jackie on Married to Medicine had, maybe her hip wouldn't be osteoporotic like. I'm just saying. More cushion for the pushing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all. Anywho, so like I'm saying, if Jade was to bulk up like Aaron Pierre, oh child, have y'all seen Aaron, that new guy, Aaron? He ain't new, but he knew. He's getting a lot of attention. That man is fine. Oh my God. He's British and he's biracial, and his eyes, I think they're blue, sort of similar to what they call that guy who was in Prison Bay. Now he fine too. I'm just saying, if you look good, you look good. I think Jonathan Majors is gorgeous, but see, I don't mind an ethnic face. Ooh, I just use ethnic. I don't mind a hard African featured face on a man. Some people prefer the Eurocentric features, but child, don't make me no never mind. You fine to me. Like Aaron Pierre. Again, I'm gonna say it. Now, tangent. I saw this movie, Rebel Ridge. He's in it. He's a star in it, along with Don Johnson and some other people. I forget a couple of other well-known actors, and then a whole lot of other kind of newer actors. That movie is so good. I think it's on I saw it on Hulu. Yeah, I think it was on Hulu. That movie is so good. Watch it. Wherever you can find it, watch it. And I know that he was in some other movies. So I'm going to watch him because he's a real good actor. And he ain't bad to look at, child. And he's getting more roles now. He was Mufasa. I got to go see Mufasa, child. I just got to go see it. And some other movies that he's in that I saw under his IMDb that look pretty interesting. Some period pieces from the 60s, I think, and some other stuff. But yeah, if Jay was to bulk up, so by the time he turned 21, he'll be a force to reckon with. I'm just saying, it may not take that long because he's already, fit, very fit, but because of his height, his stature, who his mama is, and he's already in the business. Just don't be skinny model. I can't stand on tall, skinny man model. That's just me. That's hey. Anywho, Dorit and her kids. That's next. Her daughter Phoenix is doing ballet. Her son Jagger, is that his name? They were both sitting watching her do her pirouettes or whatever they call them, her spins, and she did really good from what I see ballerinas do. Her hair was positioned right. Her form was good. I didn't see nothing lagging, and her turns were great. And good for her. Because remember, when she was born or younger, she had some issues where she had to wear a helmet. And she's doing really good. And all them spins, so I said, oh, I couldn't do too many. I may get dizzy. Anywho, good for Phoenix. And then we got Sutton and Ivy. Sutton is calling out for Ivy. He come around the corner talking about you rain. And it kind of scares Sutton while she eating candy, looking in the closet. And she was like, oh, you scared me. Where you come from? He said, I was right there. Listen, as much money as he get, and he better be getting paid what I think he's getting paid. He better be a 6-figure employee. And I mean at least 180. Just saying. Because that's my price. At least 180. Hell, maybe 220, depending on really what's going on. If she getting $300K a month, well, it is what it is. Anywho, but yeah, if he getting paid to be at her beck and call, he better be right there within 5 seconds. So next we see Bo. She's on her date with her man Keely. They've been dating for about 7 months. He got her a surprise date on the beach. He's in San Diego. She said he's romantic, tells her everything, wants to know what she wants, asking her what, how does she see them? He's checking the temperature on the relationship, and she's good. He's good. She says he's consistent. And she asked him, pretty much, what are you dating for? Pretty much, he said, I'm dating for marriage. Ain't nobody out here for nothing. I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. But girl, you're going to have to get you a little better wig combo, because where that wind was whipping through that wig, child, we can see all your business. And it wasn't cute. I'm just saying, you may want to get a scarf and tie it, tie your hair down like folks do when they drive in their convertibles or got the rooftop open, because girl, that wasn't a good look. Just saying. But they look cute. Next, we got Dorit and Erika. They meet up for lunch and immediately start talking about PK. Ooh, Dorit. See, when you're going through, you need support. And she's so happy that her parents came to help her out because, child, she was drowning. And it's so emotional when you're going through what she's going through, divorce, and they got kids, and he ain't talking to her. She said they ain't talked since we saw them talking at that dinner. And, it was pretty much like she made it seem like he's just so aggressive that, she's trying with him. I don't know, Dorit. You putting a lot on it to where he's sounding like some monster type of dude. He can't wait to get away from you and the kids. I'm not doubting how she feels, but at the same time, it's just a lot. Anywho, then she mentions how okay, before I go there, remember when PK and her were at the dinner table at the restaurante, And he said, if we spoke to the waiters like we talk to each other, they put us out. And that was him letting her know that there's going to be distance and yada, yada. I'm a single PK. And pretty much we won't be talking 5 times a day. And that's pretty much the last time she talked to him, besides setting up this therapy session that they about to have. And she said that, he talks to her aggressively so that she returns the favor. But she didn't say that at the dinner table that night. I would have liked for her to address that then in front of him instead of weeks later or months later, however long it's been later, telling the story even after she said he's a drunk and an alcoholic and just pretty much bad mouthing him. And by the way, he did one of those sneak peek behind the curtain interviews, him and Mauricio, where PK said, well, I really hate that she said that about me because it's really not true. But at the same time, we both are accountable for what we say to each other and what we do to each other. Yeah, go ahead and watch that. It's on that Bravo YouTube channel. It was real interesting. Because, of course, there's always 3 sides to a story. Or so whoever's involved plus the truth. Because she's telling her truth. He's telling his truth. I want to know what's the truth. Because I hate people say, I'm just telling my truth. That means you're lying, in my opinion. How about you just tell the truth? Now, for me, I tell the truth. I don't just say things to make me look good within that particular argument or adversarial event. That's not what I do. Just FYI. Anywho, then what's her name? Erika pretty much changed the subject after Dorit got all that out. And they went on to talk about last night pertaining to Kyle's party where Dorit read Camille for Phil. Woo! See you next Tuesday was the word of the hour discussing Camille. Camille tried to get Dorit together. Dorit was like, where you come from? Why are you here? You need a moment, bitch? Do you need a moment? I know that's right, because Camille tried to bring up some old news that don't even happen anymore. Like, girl, you living in the past because that's all you got. You don't know what's going on with Dorit. You don't know how she's relating to these girls because you ain't on the show. You ain't around. I was thinking, like I said in my review two reviews ago, when she got read for Phil. Woo! Dorit ain't no joke. And I think Dorit shook her neck at her. So Dorit had, she got a little ethnic, I guess. Anywho, so then they also talk about Sutton, how she's not a girl's girl, and what she said about supporting Dorit kind of went out the window, according to Dorit. And Erika chimes in. She said, yeah, she did it to me when I was going through my stuff. She did to Kyle, in relation to Kyle and her sisters. Now she's doing it to Dorit. There you go. Case solved. But that's kind of true, Sutton. You kind of go back on it and you should stay supportive. And if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. But to be fair, Sutton did say, if you need me, but at the same time, don't pledge that you'll support her. Because you can't say all this thing and expect her to call you when it's time to sit down for a deposition or something, or to be in court with her after y'all going through all it. It don't add up. So something got to give, Sutton, just FYI. Next is Garcelle going to her beach house. Ooh, speaking of beach house, girl, with all these fires going on out here, I hope her house is okay. Oh my goodness, Ricky Lake's house. We love Ricky Lake, child. Oh, her house gone. Steve Kerr's mama's house is gone from the Palisades. Now the fires is moving into the Hollywood Hills. No telling what's going on over there, child. Just, send your peace and blessings to them folks over there. Anywho, Garcelle takes her family. It was her eldest son, Jade, his girlfriend, and her grandbaby, OJ. Now, he got another baby on the way, and that baby should be here by now. I think that's with the new girl that Garcelle mentioned on episode 1, hoping that they would take it slow. But at the time, she was pregnant. I wonder if Garcelle knew the girl was pregnant when she said take it slow. But then again, they say that they filmed those confessionals after they filmed the episode. See, that's another thing. Tangent. I wish y'all know how I feel about production. I done said it on all my different reviews. I said it on Love and Marriage Huntsville, especially Bell Collective, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of NYC, Real Housewives of SLC, Salt Lake City. I mean, on all the what's the thing called? Southern Charm. I mean, if they would film stuff at the time and stop bringing it back, going back to the future with it would just make a lot more sense, and it would be a lot more. It would be more real to the person giving the information instead of thinking back, oh yeah, we did this, or possibly looking at a scene to remind them, or I don't know. It just seems very contrived and unrealistic on this reality show. That's all I'm saying. Maybe y'all should change that. If anybody from productions listening, watching, listen, you may want to change that up. I mean, I can't see why you shouldn't film a confessional about a scene at the time. If they're filming, how about you do confessionals after the filming is done just to wrap up the day? How about that? I know you'd have long days, maybe shorten them if that's the case. I don't know. All I know is it's too much non-reality in reality TV. So Garcelle takes her family to her beach house after all the renovations. They love it. Oliver and her, she mentions that they've not never, but they had a tumultuous relationship when he was on that stuff, and she had to practice tough love. And I get it, girl. Ooh, that's your baby. Oh, I get it. So she got really emotional in her confessional, and she's just so happy. She thinks that OJ changed him. So I wonder now, the way she spoke about him then, even prior to OJ coming into the picture. No, did we meet him with OJ? Because OJ was when he was with that woman who had all them kids before OJ. That's who that's who OJ's mama is. So I believe she said he was fine then. I don't know. All I know is she said OJ helped change him. So maybe there was some residual going on at the time he got with that woman and got married and cared. Or did he marry her? Anyway, anywho, OJ helped to save his life, and that's pretty great. Bozeman visits Dorit. Here we are again talking about PK, but Bo said, I love to listen and Dorit loves to talk. So we a perfect match. That's good because Garcelle don't feel the same way. That's the difference between Bose and Garcelle. OMG, if Garcelle tell Dorit to shut up one more again, or she long-winded, whatever the case, child. Anywho, so Bose visits Dorit, and that's when Bose meets her parents and everything, and Dorit looking back, make sure the door was closed because she about to talk greasy about PK, as she been doing. Talking about they had a 4-hour therapy session. Who has look, I'm all yelling like Dorit. Who has counseling for 4 hours? Only people I know that have counseling for 4 hours are people who have dual diagnosis, meaning a substance abuse dependence issue and a psychiatric issue, and they need to be seen. I'm just saying, like, who has just regular couples therapy for 4 hours? What is 4 hours? No wonder PK was yelling and he slammed the door, get out of there. And again, I don't doubt anything Dorit is saying. I just want to hear the backstory as to why he yelled out, that's why I'm getting a divorce and I can't wait, or however she said it. She didn't say what led up to that. She just said he yelled that out at the therapy session and he stormed out, slammed the door, and left. So, Dorit, we're going to need to hear, or if production left it out for some strange reason. I got my good eye on production. You're going to hear me talk about production on every show. But yeah, I would love to hear why. What led up to that? Because, ain't nobody just going to storm out and yell out, that's why I want a divorce. Again, that's why I want a divorce. Those words that Dorit used, what is that? What does that refer to that she didn't tell us? See what I'm saying? She leaving stuff out so that she can, make him look bad. Listen, I don't know what's going on between them. Don't care really. But since you're telling me, I want to know what that is. Because until then, I'm not going to take your side. How about that? And I'm a girl's girl, but I need to hear the truth, not your truth. Hello, see what I'm saying? She's telling her truth. Anyway, what I leave off at? Because I'm looking at my notes, child. Got plenty of notes. Bows. Yeah, so she pretty much feels like she's blindsided because he left slamming doors, but didn't say didn't say what led up to that. So Boz talks Camille. After who was she? Why was she there? Because look, Boz is in with Dorit. Can't nobody say nothing bad about Dorit. Like Benita Betrayal. Don't nobody say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins. Don't nobody say nothing bad about Dorit. That's Boz in the window as Benita Betrayal. Okay. And if those look, all the aunties and aunts know who Benita Betrayal is. If you don't, look up Live in Color. Kim Wayans, who played that character, one of the Wayans clan that over there making all that $1 billion of money. Anywho, so Boz talks to Camille and asks, why did Kyle invite her? Dorit said Kyle deliberately invited Camille, didn't tell her. Girl, Kyle. Well, who knows, child? Because Kyle is a little, manippy-dippy. She ain't on the best terms with Dorit. But why should she have to clear her invitations with Dorit, or give her a heads up? Is something going on that we don't know? Because does she come? Well, you know what? I can see this. When they were buddy, meaning Kyle and Dorit, I'm pretty sure Kyle probably would have, considering, they had beef in the past. But Camille has been around and there was nothing. But anyway, look, this is stuff we probably don't know, that they probably didn't even tell us. So no telling what the deal was between Kyle, Dorit, and Camille. But the fact that Dorit said she didn't tell her kind of leads me to believe, yeah, Kyle probably should have, considering the last time they spoke about Camille. Probably talking a little greasy about her. But Boz was like, listen, if it ain't Camille, it's Sutton. And I feel for you, because that kind of hurt me when she stabbed you in your back, as far as mentioning how mad you are at your divorce. And don't be getting mad at me because you going through what you're going through with your divorce stuff. But that's what I said. I don't feel like there was weaponization going on. Maybe Sutton should have said, you're projecting too much anger upon me when I can imagine you having that much anger for your husband at this time. Maybe it could have been said like that, and it would have been received better. But not to say you're mad at him, not your life, not me. It's about the delivery and how you say it, because I still don't think that Sutton was weaponizing Dorit's issues, because I feel, and I have said it since episode 1, that Dorit is pissed off to the highest festivity, like she told Sutton at the previous episode. She ain't got no more time for no more bullshit. Hello. And that, she is done with anything else coming her way that ain't supposed to. And, she has a lot of vigor for both Sutton and Kyle. And I think if anybody else was to get in her way and had Garcelle kept pushing her, then she would have got all up in Garcelle's craw too, because she's so upset at her life. Like Sutton said, I don't think that was a lie. I don't think it was a weaponization, and sure enough wasn't a dig. I think that was a fact. Woo, child. Excuse me, but Bowles is there for Dorit, and that's good. Next was the Erika visited by a high-end interior designer. Girl, that ain't even your, that ain't, well, is it your house? Because I would not be doing all that interior decoration for a rental unless she got unless she's got a special circumstance of that cathedral that she's living in and whatnot. But good for her. We're gonna move on from there because there really wasn't nothing there. Ladies getting ready for the Viper Room. Pretty much Erika's being honored by Glad. And she's gonna debut her new song, Dominoes. And Dorit calls Erika asking if PK and Kyle talk. And pretty much Dorit was trying to ask if Erika knew anything because she doesn't want anything of her life spilling over into the conversation from Kyle to PK when she don't have any info on what he's doing, where he going. He's being very elusive, not telling her anything about his personal life. And she just, wants to make sure that's an even split with them at the moment. And that's understandable. But Erika said, no, I don't know nothing. I don't share. Anybody said nothing to me. I know what you know. Because Erika ain't getting no shit. Let me tell you that right now. Then we see Garcelle pretty much getting ready to and talking about she and Johnny Depp, who owns the Viper Room, which made her think of him, used to, make out long time ago. And, and she's been to the Viper Room before. I think that was before he owned it. But anywho, she said she's been to the Viper. I mean, she was a model. So, it was one of those, Studio 54 type of atmospheres. Only coos can get in, and you know what I'm saying. Then we see Sutton getting ready to, her and Jennifer on the way, tells her if Dorit is telling Boz things for Boz not to like her. And no, Sutton, it's just Boz, it sees things for what it is, and you just got to deal with it. Jennifer says she'd been to the Viper Room before, only to play poker. Hey. And never been there when there was a club scene. So anyway, no one has been there before except Garcelle and Jennifer. So that was that. So then they're at the Viper Room. Sutton pulls Bowles aside and let her know she didn't like the weaponizing comment. But Bowles is like, well, that's what it is. And then she gave Sutton the definition. And then Sutton said, you speak so eloquently, and I have a vast vocabulary too. The hell that means, Sutton? Here we go. All right, Sutton. Don't make us think differently of you because you ran across a Black woman with a vast vocabulary. Now you feel a competition because she's, pretty much putting you on the spot. She gave you the definition, but I don't believe it's weaponizing. But Sutton, come on, she didn't have a good comeback, so she wants to compliment Bowles on how well she speaks. But see, Sutton, you skating on thin ice here. That was a straight up insult, but I'm glad Bowles, didn't go there. I would have. What the fuck you mean? I speak eloquently, like I'm not supposed to. Have you read my resume? I have been in the C-suite for a very long time. I'm supposed to speak like this. See, that's what I would have said, something to that effect. I would have said that plus. I would have threw a little, race card in there too, just to check the temperature. Hey, you never know with folks. All I'm saying is when you hear that come from a Caucasian to a Black person, there's some racist undertone in it or direct racism. So I'm just saying, we ain't never had no issue like that with Sutton. We don't want to start now. So Sutton needs to make sure that when she has her comebacks, that they are apropos. Just saying, because we don't want to start the race card mess. Anywho, where was our child? Bowles, yeah, Sutton. And pretty much that Sutton is either delusional or calculating with her words. Hey. Kyle brought Kesha, that what's the girl? She's a entertainer, singer chick. She looked different. Either she gained weight or she's much older than I thought she was. But she just looked different from what I saw before. Maybe she gained a little something because, or maybe the pictures. I don't know. She looked different to me. So then Erika debuts Dominoes on the stage. Didn't perform. She just debuted the song, just to get people's mouths wet and everything. And Dorit's inspired, seeing all of that, seeing Erika back on stage really gets her dander up to maybe we'll see Dorit doing some more what do you call some more things with fashion. I really don't know what she was doing. I know she was modeling the clothes or wearing the clothes, really standing out. I think she had some beach wear or bridal something. I don't know. What was Dorit doing? Anyway, get back to that, Dorit. Just if you can. I don't know if you had a deal with somebody or whatever the case may be. But yeah, go ahead. And I ain't even gonna say what they said. And anyway, I didn't want to go there. Anyway. So yeah, Dorit is inspired. I hope that she does well with that. Dorit tells Kyle that PK is unpredictable. So they're all at the table talking, right? Dorit tells Kyle that PK is unpredictable, asking if she's talking to PK, and Kyle admits that they're still memeing and joking with each other through text. And Dorit don't like it. She expects Kyle to let her know. Kyle acts oblivious, asking, I didn't know you still had issues. Dorit was like, I'm going through a divorce. What the hell you mean you didn't think we still had issues? And this is me paraphrasing. I mean, girl, read the room, Kyle. Really? Garcelle asked anybody, no. Garcelle asked Dorit, how was PK making her life miserable? Dorit says, by not communicating. We have 2 small children. The communication's hell of a different. It's lacking, and it should be more. Now, we don't think y'all should be talking 5 times a day, but obviously, he ain't keeping up with his kids the way he's supposed to. So here we have another bullet point outside of being an alcoholic, outside of talking to her all greasy and she's returning serve. So, she just keep piling it on against this man. Child, we gonna So what's her name? So Dorit says she's trying to shield the kids. And Sutton was like, well, you can't shield the kids forever. Dorit was like, what you mean by that? I'm not trying to do it forever. But at this point, we're still trying to make it seem like, we're a happy couple. We haven't dropped the bomb to the kids yet, pretty much is what Dorit was saying. But Dorit took offense because she already has an issue with Sutton in her mouth. And any small thing from somebody that she has an issue with this time is going to really get worse. So Sutton immediately gets mad and yells at Dorit. They yell at each other. Sutton's like, okay, we're not friends. Cool, I get it. We're not friends. And she, we're not friends. Like, dang, Sutton. And then Kyle was like, okay, just be cordial. You say you want to be cordial. Can you start now? So Kyle dials it back to their conversation so Sutton can shut up. Okay, Sutton was about to pop a blood vessel. Kyle brings it back to them, and Dorit was just like, I just expect you to let me know what he's texting you and for you to stop texting him. And Bo says Kyle broke the girl code. And pretty much Garcelle chimes in and asks ladies, will it bother you, if the roles were, reversed in your favor, if any of us was talking to your ex? Obviously, Bowles don't feel that way. Sutton in her confessional said no. Kyle is wrong. It's 2 left shoes. Garcelle obviously is not okay with it. Dorit's not okay with it. Jennifer Tilly said no, I don't agree with it. So the only person that's doing it is Kyle. So then Kyle yells back, okay, I'll stop. Dang, what more do you want from me? And Dorit was like, bitch. Kyle called Dorit bitter. Dorit was like, bitter? And then Kyle vows not to speak with PK. That was it, y'all. Ooh, they're going to be arguing again. Episode 7. Child, episode 7 is going to be off the shizang. I can tell. that was it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we'll check back with you at the next review. Bye.
All day.